Hello, welcome back to Stock Talks of Tuesdays. This is the second episode of the podcast. Thank you for showing so much love on the first episode. We hit 100 views on the first day itself, which is phenomenal. Let's get to 1000 subscribers by episode 12. Let's go. So, back to the episode. Today we will be talking about stocks and how are stocks affected by day to day news events. By the way, this week has been huge for Bombay Stock Exchange as it hit 55,000 for the first time in the history of BSE, which is insane. I mean, the growth for Bombay Stock Exchange has been commendable since the 2000s. So, what is the BSE? Bombay Stock Exchange, as it says in the name itself, it is a stock exchange. Now, what is a stock exchange? It is very easy, don't worry. And I'm pretty sure you all have already understood it by the name. A stock exchange, security exchange, or rather bourse, is an exchange where stockbrokers and traders can buy and sell securities, such as shares of stocks, bonds, etc. Yeah, basically, it is a store with stock shares as the product. So, the stock prices are affected by many factors, such as protests, political disruptancies, deaths of CEOs, deaths of political leaders, earthquakes, tornadoes, etc. But all of these are natural occurrences and are just basically dependent on the luck of the investors. Obviously. But sometimes there are events which are purposefully carried out by the investors themselves. There are different types of them, such as churning, spoofing, wash trades, pumps and dumps, painting the tape, marking the close, bear riding. Let me define some of these. These are funny, aren't they? Churning. Let me explain churning to you. When a trader places both buy and sell orders at the same price, the intent is to churn up the trade volume, making the stock look more interesting to other investors, and thereby increase the price. Convenient enough, painting the tape. When a group of traders create activity or rumors to drive up the price of a stock, the name is quite funny, painting the tape. Wash trading. Selling and repurchasing the same security or substantially the same security to generate activity and increase the price. Interesting. Bear riding. Attempting to push down the price of a stock by heavy selling or short selling. Very common nowadays. Cornering. This is one of the most interesting but expensive ways. Purchasing enough of a particular stock, commodity, or other asset to gain control of the supply and be able to set the price for it. Now, this is the one you'll all be interested in. When insiders with important confidential information about a company take advantage of that knowledge to make a profit or avoid losses by buying or selling their own shares of the stock. It is difficult to define. So let me give you some examples of it. By the way, let's stop for a minute. Let me just make this clear to you all that this is definitely not an ethical or appreciated way of investing. You will get caught if you do this. All of the information currently said by me and the next example is from the website classlawgroup.com. If you want further information on this topic, be sure to visit this website. The link is in the description. So now the example of wash trading. In late 2014, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) brought an enforcement action and equity firm Montgomery Street Research. The firm's owner allegedly manipulated the market for a publicly traded stock for which he was soliciting investors. After the company hired Montgomery to assist in two private placement offerings, the firm owner allegedly engaged in wash trading, which involves the near simultaneous purchase and sale of a security to make it appear actively traded, without any actual change in ownership of the securities. The SEC alleged that Montgomery conducted approximately 100 wash trades where the sell order came within 90 seconds of the buy order for the securities. The price and quantity of securities bought and sold was nearly identical for all buys and sells, says the SEC. The stock was otherwise rarely traded. Thank you for listening to today's podcast of Stock Talks of Tuesdays. Be sure for the third episode next week. I might have a very special person coming.